approach the end of yet another eventful year for the advertising and marketing fraternity, it was time once again to award campaigns that were not just creative but also effective. We're talking about the EFFIES 2012 that kicked off with much fanfare, only to become a one-of-its-kind awards gala that had surprises galore. Khushbu Patodia brings you a complete lowdown of the big movers and shakers at the EFFIES this year.
Setting a record like none other, Ogilvy bagged the Agency of the Year yet again. A remarkable tally of 280 points, the highest it has ever scored in 12 years of the EFFIES. From 9 golds across categories and clients, 11 silvers and 3 bronzes. Whether it be at the EFFIES or the Abbeys, Ogilvy has mastered the art of winning, which leaves many questions to be asked and of course answered. The first and most pertinent question being, what do Ogilvy's consistent wins say about the rest of the industry? Have they gone into a perpetual state of coma?
Ogilvy definitely had more shortlists than we had entries. They can be beat. And they've been for a little bit at time, right? And we know who beat them. I'm just going to leave it at that.
Though the EFFIES judging has come a long way, but there are a lot of times the judging gets influenced by the recency of the work or just the, like media volume of the work and stuff like that. So those are some of the things that need to be taken care of.
Blaming it on the agency's size and its bouquet of clients is perhaps the easiest way to wash off one's hands from taking responsibility of their poor performance. Proof of the pudding comes in when one looks at the scoreboard, which clearly reflects the increasing gap between the top 2 agencies with every passing year. Last year, Ogilvy totaled 195 points, followed by JWT with 65 points. This year, McCann has entered the number 2 slot also with 65 points, a distance of 215 tally points from Ogilvy's 280. And not to forget its grand envy win for Cadbury Dairy Milk, Kuch Meetha Ho Jaye.
मीठे में क्या है? खाने के बाद मीठे में कुछ मीठा हो जाए.
With no golds, 3 silvers and 7 bronzes, McCann has managed to take a big leap from its 7th position last year, but it still has a long way to go.
One will have to sit and analyze it, sort of dissect it to the T to be able to clearly say there is a system to awards. You got to, send entries right. You should know which categories to enter, which not to enter. A lot of things people really plan. So few people don't take that much interest in that.
Other agencies, they should introspect themselves. That's a question they have to ask themselves, because otherwise they'll have to pay me for it.
The big shocker came in with JWT's feeble score of 25, a drastic fall from its last year's tally of 65, placing it at a poor 7th spot this year. Quite a dampener for this agency that had set the expectations very high last year by boasting of hiring some of the best talent from the industry.
2012, we have a brand new team. We've hired the best of talent India has to offer, many of them who went on stage today. So let's hope we'll have a fighting fit team going into 2012.
I think we've got to go back and look at what we did. I think we certainly had pretty good work.
So if it was Ogilvy's grand win for the 4th time, it was also Ogilvy's very own long-standing client, Cadbury's 2nd consecutive win as the client of the year.
The true unison between the client and the agency, both really owning the brand, providing space for people to do really good creative work, not being judgmental, early in the stage of development, and making sure we have the right talent on both sides is what makes it happen.
While we may live in an era where infidelity is in, a simple glance at the agency's list of wins is telling of a larger truth the industry refuses to see. Long-term relationships
still yield the best results, be it Cadbury, Vodafone, Asian Paints or Fevicol. The proof lies in Ogilvy's consistent wins, and from where we stand, Ogilvy's spell in all likelihood will remain unbroken in 2013 as well.